Action creates results. It's all about what you do on a daily basis in order to get the right results that you want. Hello and welcome to Pillars of Wealth Creation, where we talk about creating financial success with a special focus on business and real estate. I'm your host, Todd Dexheimer. Now, let's get to it. Hey, welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Todd Dexheimer. Excited to have you. Today, we are going to talk about something I've been working with a couple people on, mentoring a few people, and just trying to they're just trying to figure out, like, how do they get to the next level? How do they step it up? What do they do? One of them's pretty new, just trying to figure out, like, how do I even get started? What I'm just so frustrated. I'm not getting started. And first of all, there's a couple things I wanted to speak on with this. Obviously, a lot of it's patience. Look, patience is so important, and every market's different. And so what I hate is when somebody looks at other people and their success, quote unquote success, by the way. Sometimes it's not even, it's success that appears to be success just because maybe they had success buying a bunch of properties, put it on social media, makes them look really good, but you don't know the underlying facts. What's actually happening at those properties? Are they truly successful? Just because you buy a bunch of properties doesn't mean you're successful. In fact, right now we're seeing that play out for a lot of people. There's a few companies I know that everything they bought was smoke and mirrors. It was just bad deals, everything. Now, I would say the vast majority of groups out there that were buying properties from, call it even early 2000s through today have a couple of properties that aren't performing as well as they'd like. That's just how it goes, especially when you've got interest rates that change so quickly. You've got inflation, that's completely blowing expenses up. Rents aren't growing in certain areas. They're actually declining in others. So, look, some people are not going to have the success on every deal, but I do know there's some people that a lot of people were very impressed with. They were, wow, that person's crushing it. They're buying a bunch of properties, and now everything they own is not doing well. And there's one group in particular that I'm thinking of that everything's for sale. Everything's for sale. And they're going to lose money on every single deal, which is sad, honestly. But so be patient. Don't worry about the noise out there, what you see other people doing. But at the same time, here's what sometimes happens is you tell yourself you're being patient, but you're not doing the things you need to be doing to be successful. And the number one thing that I see that people that are highly successful in business and really in anything they do, the number one thing is taking action. And you have to take action. Now, action looks different. There is action that is taken that's actually getting the result, the true end result, which is purchasing your property, purchasing the business, starting that business, whatever it is. So that's the true result. Like, you actually got the property under contract and you're purchasing it and you closed it. That is the ultimate, but that's the result of the action you took along the way. Okay. So the action is that you're out there. First of all, you're learning every day. It doesn't matter how far you are. By the way, I am listening to podcasts. I'm reading books. I'm listening to Audible books. Okay. You're learning every day. Okay. That's one step of the action. The next step is you're actually talking to the right people, right? You're building relationships. You're talking to the right people. You're forming understanding of the markets and underwriting and all that kind of stuff. Then the third thing is you're actually doing what you're being told to do, right? You're doing what you know you need to do in order to get the results you want to get. And this is where a lot of people, they do the education. They get really educated. I've seen some people that are really, really smart. They know ins and outs. They know everything. They go to every conference. They read every book. They know it all, right? They talk to a lot of the right people, but then they take no action. And because they take no action, they get no results. And that's right there is you got to underwrite the deals. You've got to make offers on the deals that make sense. You have to be doing the steps, taking the steps to get there. Now, of course, eventually you have to buy the deal, right? And that's so important. So action creates results. It's all about what you do on a daily basis in order to get the right results that you want. A big thing also that I see is the energy output of people and their success. And so when I look at the people that are successful, most of them have a lot of energy. Now, it doesn't mean they talk real fast. It doesn't mean they're really excitable, right? Those things don't necessarily mean you've got a ton of energy. Well, a lot of times they do mean you got a ton of energy, but there's other people that aren't that outwardly energetic, boastful, loud, all that kind of stuff. That they're not necessarily that, but they've got a ton of energy. And the energy I'm talking about is they just go, right? And so maybe the actual like output of that energy isn't quite so high at one point in time, but it's nice and steady throughout the day. They get up and they start to focus. And when they get up during their day, they focus and they work the day with focused energy. They're not distracted all day by other things, by social media, TV, other people, whatever it might be, right? They're not distracted throughout the day. They focus and they work. They work a real full day, very focused. By the way, they might not work as much as some people that don't have the energy or that are just not focused, right? They actually may put in less hours, but their hours of productivity are very strong and they love it. They continue to grind at it. That's what they do. So those are the people that I see very successful. For me, how do I get the energy? That's what some people, I've had plenty of people that ask me that. I think I'm not super energetic outwardly. I would say I'm moderately energetic outwardly. But I definitely have people that ask me like, man, how do you keep going? How do you have the energy to do all this all day? Like, dude, you just seem like you do so much. First of all, I think I can do way more. Second of all, I don't think I do all that much. But regardless, what I think is important is that you, first of all, again, you've got to stay focused. You've got to be able to take and put down on paper or on your, electronics that what you're actually going to do that day, right? We have to understand we've got to stay focused. So we have to really build out a schedule. I think that's super important. Number two is I think you've got to take care of yourself. Okay. So you have to be eating healthy, right? You have to be getting enough sleep. All those things are really important. When I don't get enough sleep, I get cranky. Yeah, my wife will attest, right? If I'm tired at night and I need to go to bed, I need to go to bed. Like that's just it. I'm just cranky otherwise. Um, if I don't exercise, if I'm not working out, I get lethargic. I don't feel energetic. So it doesn't need to be a 2-hour workout, but even me just during the day, I just randomly will get up from my office chair and I'll do 20 push-ups. I'll do 10 pull-ups. I'll do some crunches. I'll do a plank, things like that during the day. I just break up my day. So I'm maybe work for 45 minutes or an hour and I stand up, I do a plank for a minute. I go get some water. I get back to work and I can get back to being focused again. So figure out what works for you. What works for me doesn't mean it's going to work for you. You got to figure that out too. But I think the so important to make sure that you keep your energy rolling all day, and you figure out the little hacks that work for you that's going to boost your energy throughout the day. For me, I get up in the morning, I'm ready to go. I don't need to go drink a bunch of coffee. I don't need to go work out. What I do in the morning, I get up, I drink a bunch of water. I pray and read the Bible as much as I can, and then I take my dog for a walk, and I'm ready to go. That's it. I don't need to work out. But what I do, and this really helps the days that I do this, and I do this most days, is sometime in the middle of the day, wherever my schedule allows it. So around, 11:30, 12, 1 o'clock, somewhere around there, sometimes earlier, sometimes later, but I go and do a workout. And when I do that, it breaks my day up and allows me to be more focused the second half of the day. What I hear a lot from people is you're really productive in the morning, and then in the afternoon, you're not so productive. I am really productive in the afternoon because I do that. And so I keep my energy moving and I keep myself motivated throughout the day. Otherwise, yeah, why do I want to put in 8, 10, sometimes 12 hours during that day if I'm just not motivated, if I'm not focused? Like, it doesn't make sense. Then I'm just wasting my time. So get yourself focused, get yourself energized, and be ready to go. Eat healthy, work out, do the things you need to do. Find the little hacks that work for you that are going to get you going, and you're going to be a lot more successful. So break it down. Look, take daily action. Every single day, you need to be getting a little bit better every single day. Taking action on, and again, it's not just about getting educated. That's part of it, right? That's part of it, certainly. You have to take the actual action to get the results, right? You have to meet the right people. You have to go out and network and find the right people that are going to find you the deals, that are going to partner with you, that are going to bring the money, that are going to, do the things that you need done to get whatever task you're getting done. This is a people business. Every business is a people business. So making sure you're making the right connections throughout the day, that's a massive part of taking action. And then you actually have to do the small things that are going to get the actual result in the end. So writing the offers, right? Actually closing on the deal. Those types of things are going to get the results. And then your energy, figure it out. Figure it out. You got to have high energy. If you can't have high energy, I just don't think you're going to be successful. And again, it doesn't mean you're hyper. It doesn't mean you're loud. It doesn't mean you're running around like crazy, flailing your arms. In fact, those people a lot of times aren't successful because they have no control. But you have to have some energy to be able to withstand the day and control that energy so you're focused and you're not getting distracted by the little things that are out there. And it's so easy to get my phone buzzes so many times a day. And I put my phone on vibrate so I don't get any pings for any social media, nothing like that. I do get a vibrate with a text message or a phone call. But sometimes if I need to focus, I just set my phone away so it doesn't, or even turn on airplane mode if I got to really focus. That way, otherwise, I just get distracted by it. It's flashing, it's binging, it's just annoying because I gotta look at it. I gotta look at it, and I get distracted by it, and I'm easily distractible, very easily distractible. The pastor was talking this Sunday and made a really good analogy, and I just laughed because I totally am with her. But she's talking about people being linear. They and she's talking about the message, right? When she goes to deliver her message, the other pastor, he's very linear. He knows what he's going to talk about. He knows the path he's going to take, and he takes that path and he follows that path, and boom, his message is done, and it's great. She is all over the map. She calls herself the bumblebee. She's all over the map. She's buzzing from here to over to here, to over to here, to over to here, to over to here. And finally, she gets the right result. And that's okay. That's what I am. I'm the bumblebee, right? I'm all over the map. Whether you're linear or whether you're a bumblebee, it still takes the same thing, right? It takes a lot of focus. It takes a lot of the energy and the action that you have to take every single day. All right. Hope this, helped. And you can take something you learned today or something you heard today. You probably already know all this stuff, right? But you just maybe a reminder, and take action and get the results you want to get today. I want to see you successful. I want to be successful. I think we all want to be successful. So let's keep at it. Let's take action. Let's bring the energy up, and let's get the results we're looking to get. Hey, if you have any questions you want answered, you want a topic you want talked about, reach out to us. We're on Facebook. I'm on LinkedIn, and just let us know what you want to hear about. And we're happy to talk about certain topics if you've got a topic. I'm Todd Dexheimer signing off. Make every day Saturday. Hey, thanks so much for listening. I appreciate you being a loyal listener. I would love to have you go on to our Facebook page and subscribe, give us a thumbs up, go on to iTunes or wherever you listen and give us a rating and review. Don't forget to subscribe. Your rating and review just helps us push this out to more and more people and continue to grow our audience and hopefully positively affect a ton of people out there that really need this and want this. So the other thing I've got for you is a free ebook on my website. So go on to venturedproperties.com, and download our free ebook on real estate and on syndication. And I've got some data points in there, some really good stuff for you. So I'd love to have you take a look at that. It's free. I'm not expecting anything from it. And also, look, if you want some help in multifamily, want some help learning, growing, getting your business off the ground, I would love to talk to you about what it would look like to work with me potentially and see if that's a good fit. So you can go to coachwithdex.com and check that out, and we can definitely have a call. Thanks a lot for listening. You make it a fantastic rest of the day. I'll catch you on the next episode.